can't remember the last time I was this freaking torn about a car. Like, I hated the prick tees in the lead up to this car, and then now that it's here, I want to love it, but because there's so many good things about it, but there's just speed humps on the way to loving it. And I thought I'd need to place a Tasman virgin in Tasman and see what he thought, just so I'm not, a complete crackpot. So
yeah,
thanks for coming.
No worries, thanks for having me. It's this is the first time I've been in one, and it's bigger than I thought. And it says down here 5.4 meters, just in case you forget.
Yeah.
So that's quite long, even compared with a lot of the rivals.
Damn right.
That's going to have some appeal to some buyers, I think.
It's tall too, and it feels like a freaking F-250. Like, there's so much space in this dimension, right?
Yeah.
But I found out that one of the downsides to this much space and the verticality of the windscreen is no head-up display on the top spec model, because it can't be reflected back at you.
Oh, because the windscreen is almost vertical.
Yeah. Oh, first world problem, right? Yeah. No head-up display, like, kill me now. But yeah, that's one of the feedback effects. But there's so many really good things about this car, like Team NVH at Namyak.
Yeah.
Pretty good job.
Yeah. No
like
rattles,
this
nothing.
would be the most refined ute that I've driven.
Yeah.
It doesn't rattle, and it's unladen. The ride quality is emphatically not shit.
Yeah.
So that's good. Camera's not shaking too much like it would be in, I don't know, Hilux.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got good dynamics. It rolls a little bit. Like, it's dynamically superior to the Ranger, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, I like cars that roll a little bit, because they put, if you get in a situation like this, we're going to crank around this bend, not that we are at the moment, but let's say, hypothetically, you just tip the car in some shitty B road, and then the bend tightens up, and all of a sudden you're over cranked in this bend. It's if the car's too flat, it's just going to push, right?
Yeah.
If it rolls a bit, at least it puts a bit more weight on the outside wheel, and the friction surface grows a little bit, and you get a bit more steering input.
Yeah, it's a bit more playful, a bit more attitude, a bit of character. I find is a bit better as well.
Yeah. So body roll is good if you can drive.
Yeah.
It's probably Ranger's probably aimed at that bogan who thinks he can drive. So they've given it a nice flat cornering dynamics, and he thinks, oh Jesus, this is sporty.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else would just be terrified like that.
Yeah.
And typical of Galston Gorge in a ute, right? I got some guy behind me in an I-20N who wants to have a crack, right? And all of a sudden I'm a roadblock. I hate being someone else's roadblock.
It's usually the other way around. Whoever it is.
Yeah. It's someone in a Camry or something. He always up behind someone in a Camry.
Yeah.
So the interior is still like elegant but blokey as well, and I kind of like that. Like, how good are the door pulls?
Yeah.
Those door handles on the
metal
inside.
And everything. Like, it feels like a latch for a helicopter door or something like that.
Exactly. Emergency escape. Yeah. They got really sharp diamond knurling too. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the attention to detail inside is really nice. Like
these
vents, like the little hexagon shapes, they're like layered behind there. It's just really cool detail. Dual wireless chargers, plenty of storage by the looks of it. Yeah, and it feels, as I said, like it feels big. Like I don't think you need any more than this, really.
Oh, it feels like the next size up. And the powertrain, like, I was hypercritical of the engine. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just let this guy come. It does sound good. That's a good car. I love that car, that i20N.
Yeah.
It's the most chuckable performance car, you know? Accessible performance car.
Yeah.
Anywho, back to this thing. Like, I hate the wheel. I'm torn by the wheel.
Yeah,
right?
Square.
It's like a bloviated square. It's like you get to start with a square wheel and you pump it up with, 1 billion PSI of compressed air, and and there's no objective reason to make it this shape, and it detracts from your driving enjoyment, because, newsflash, the ideal shape for a steering wheel is round.
Yeah. It probably interrupts with, and it's kind of the whole theme of the design, in my opinion. It's contrasting, where the steering wheel's trying to be square and chunky like the interior, like all these cup holders and all that. So everything's square and chunky. And it's like the exterior compared with the interior as well. There's a fair bit of contrast going on.
Yeah. So if you get in a situation like off-road in particular, you know these off-road situations where you've got a lot of lock-on, you might be in mud and using momentum or something.
Yeah.
You get a lot of lock-on and you're only just getting around, and then all of a sudden you've got to straighten up. So you let go of the wheel.
Yeah.
And this has got quite positive self-centering too, right?
Yeah.
But then you've got these corners on the modified square wheel that just interrupt the smooth flow of the wheel back to straight ahead.
Yeah, as it's spinning back through.
Yeah, and so it's not a benefit. It's like a styling decision that took place outside the domain of what do we actually need to make the car drive as well as it can drive.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a fail. But then the powertrain, right, super critical of this engine, in particular because they had that straight six.
Yeah, I know, that's such a waste. That Genesis 3-litre straight six turbo diesel
Must have cost them a bomb to develop, don't you reckon?
Yeah, and they put it in like 2 cars or 1, I think, but anyways, then it's gone. Like it was only out for 3 or 4 years or something.
Yeah, like I'll take that. Whereas Mazda just essentially developed the same engine kind of thing, similar design brief.
Yeah.
And now, so this is at best mediocre performance, but the powertrain integration is brilliant. Like the gearbox integration with the engine, sensational.
Yeah.
Okay. Like how smooth is this? This is a very challenging sort of road for transmission integration.
Yeah, and it's not jumping around. It's not trying to find a good ratio. It's just
We're just in drive and it's just doing its thing, and it feels quite refined. And you know, if you didn't look in the rear vision mirror and see the tray, you'd go, hey, premium SUV.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It drives, the powertrain performs like a premium SUV.
Yeah.
Even though I think they could have done a Mitsubishi and put a second freaking hairdryer on it.
Yeah, just to give it more power, a bit more torque.
I know they upgraded it in some ways. Like it's got a water-based intercooler.
Yeah. Right.
It doesn't have a big air-to-air intercooler up the front. It's got this little box of pour water kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And so they must have taken that decision for a reason. They've got plenty of physical real estate for a conventional intercooler.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it would have cost them to put... That's probably the question, right? How much it would have cost them to put the second hairdryer on.
Yeah.
Give it 165 kilowatts and 550 newton meters, and everyone would be calling them a bunch of legends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Well, a water to air intercooler might be because if you're off-roading, you might get rocks and stuff smashing it and doing some damage maybe, and they just conceal it because a little box intercooler, you can put it pretty much anywhere under the bonnet, just get it out of the way.
Yeah, it's right up against the timing case cover.
Yeah, right.
You know, like it's right in the front of the engine, sort of thing.
Is that different to other applications of this engine? Do you know?
I've got 2.2 diesel in my Santa Fe, and it's got conventional air-to-air out the front.
There you go. So they did make some, as you said, a modification for this specifically.
Yeah, and it wasn't because we didn't have the physical space, because
yeah.
They had endless physical fucking space to do whatever. So, what else? Like, it's poverty behind the rear end of the cabin. You know, that bulkhead in the back of the cabin, it's poverty, right?
Yeah.
This is quite an expensive vehicle because, you know, the benefit to Toyota, Mitsubishi, Nissan, et al. That already have had a ute for 20 years or something.
Yeah.
They could, every time they reinvent their ute, they're really only inventing 25% of it at best.
Yeah, because they've already done all the paperwork kind of thing.
They only have to amortise 25% of the cost of R&D.
Whereas Kia had to start from the beginning.
Yeah, so they probably had pretty tight budget on things like the engine, and I get why they've done it, but it's still disappointing that it's not better.
Yeah.
But the cabin is very plush. Rear seat comfort, loving the rear seat comfort. Rear seat in most utes is a place you do not want to be if you're a proper grown-up, you know?
Yeah, no, it looks like it's got plenty of room.
It has, and it's comfortable too. The seat's at a good angle. There's some ergonomic thought gone into that. It's just not busted-ass mining truck.
Yeah.
You know? So that's great.
Yeah.
But the actual tray, no sports bar, no electric roll-top tonneau like you'd get a Ranger Wildtrak's electric roll-top tonneau, isn't it?
Yes.
I think.
Pretty sure, yes.
Well, It's $1,200 for the sexy sports bar.
Yeah.
Even in the top spec Tasman.
Yeah.
And it's like $5,000 for a roll top Tom.
$5,000, that's ridiculous, isn't it? And this is an expensive model to start with.
It's like $78,000. It's the same price as a freaking Ranger Wildtrak 2 litre. Or is that Ranger Wildtrak V6 might just about be this price?
Yeah. The V you can get it in V6 and 4-cylinder. So yeah, the 4-cylinder might be a bit cheaper, or it is a bit cheaper, but yeah.
Yeah. So we're really talking about that level of.
Does it have any
vehicle.
like rails or anything in the back on the side, or tie down hooks or anything?
It's got tie down points.
Just like 4 basic.
Yeah, but typical you. Like, what if you're carrying something low? The tie down points are too high to anchor something low to the floor.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, they always put them up the top at the back.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a huge tray. Like, the tray is mega, and it's deep too, so you can just throw a lot of shit in the back. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Liking that.
Yeah.
And on this, like, remember when we were on these identical roads in the Shark 6 feeling our loose friggin' fillies?
Yeah.
How good is
this?
This
is fine. Yeah. Like it's you can tell it's heavy duty. It's got the all-terrain tyres on this one as well.
Yeah. It's got those Hankook. Is it Hankook? Anyway, Dynapro thing, whatever, ATs, Dynapro 2 or whatever they call them.
Yeah, and it feels good. Like it's just jittering and shaking slightly, but not to the point where it's like a mechanical, jolt. It's just got that solid feel to it.
It doesn't scream unladen heavy duty ute.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
which is often like one step removed from unladen Unimog or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Does this actually have suspension? Yeah.
Exactly. Because those vehicles, the farm truck and bloody military vehicle, are all about fully loaded all the time.
Yeah.
And ride quality, who gives a shit? Unladen.
Yeah.
We don't do that, Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point in having a friggin' truck with a howitzer on the back if it doesn't have the howitzer and all the ammo?
Yeah.
It's useless.
Yeah.
The other thing I really like about this car is it's kind of instinctive to drive. Like, you don't have to. There's not much adaptation. Some cars you got to adapt up a lot.
Yeah.
You think that's strange.
This just feels natural, doesn't it?
Yeah. And this is the first time I've ever seen a car maker acknowledge just how fucking annoying ADAS is, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a mute button, there's a scroll wheel just here on the right edge of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So you can scroll the volume up and down, and if you want to mute the audio, just boom, mute it. You just press it like a mouse, right?
Yeah.
If you press and hold, one of the hidden surprise and delight features of the Tasman is you shut up the speed warning.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So ADAS isn't barking at you every 2 minutes for being like 1 or 2 Ks over the limit.
Yeah. It's not even about that as well. I find that the systems are picking up incorrect speed. So you'll pull out of a driveway that's, Bunnings or whatever car park, it's 5 kilometres an hour.
Yeah.
You drive up the road and it still thinks it's 5 kilometres an hour. So
Yeah.
it's going off at you for going 60 or whatever the actual speed limit is.
Or it barks at you for 52 when you're in a 50 zone, and you know that 52 on the actual speedo is probably 49.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So it's barking at you prematurely anyway, which is kind of a shit when you think about it.
Yeah.
They got that stupid bloody glove box in the right rear wheel arch.
Yeah.
It's not even big enough for a snatch strap and 2 shackles, seemingly.
Yeah.
Or if it is, it's like sardines in there.
Doesn't it open like a hat, like a door, like a
it
tailgate?
Yeah. It opens exactly like a freaking tailgate.
So everything just falls out straight away.
Yeah, awesome. It's the exact opposite of a ram box. You know how the ram box is like really well thought out?
Yeah.
This isn't. It's not even like, they could have sold it to me, right?
It's an afterthought.
No, they could have sold it to me if they just put it on the left-hand side, right? Because if they put it on the left-hand side, it'd be next to the frickin' fuel filler, right? And they could say, that's for your nitrile gloves.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
if you're a frickin' soy boy and you think that I can't stomach the thought of smelling like diesel in the office, your nitrile gloves next to the fuel filler, you could sell that to me.
Yeah.
We carefully thought this out.
Yeah.
For soy boys who don't
put it on the wrong side. Yeah.
Who don't realise that for a particular class of woman, reeking of diesel is actually an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Not the women you probably bring home to meet mommy.
But still,
yeah. After they smell the diesel, it's the rest of the equation is just the details, the when and the where, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they devoted the time and effort to putting a secondary glove box outside the vehicle on the wrong side for the freaking gloves. And so you see why I'm torn.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm struggling.
It seems like there's a lot of good elements to this, but also some bits that you possibly can't get over. Like, it feels like version 2.0, the update of this, will be quite good.
Yeah.
They might iron out some of those wrinkles,
Like the aesthetics, I think ARB is presently doing a facelift. I think if not launched, it's about to be launched, and it probably cures all of the aesthetic complaints about the front.
Oh, like
styling.
they've got a whole bumper bar and bull bar integration kind of thing.
Yeah, you go there and go, just get started, fix her up, mate, right? And all of a sudden, not quite as ugly as it was, right? And the headlights would not be as vulnerable. Like, objectively, it's a shit piece of design too, because the headlights are way out there, vulnerable to damage when you're driving off-road and you're on a cross slope and a tree's right there and, fractions of an inch matter.
Yeah.
So I'm not just being a bastard on subjective criteria. Like, it is a pretty poor design choice putting the freaking headlights out there.
Yeah. It's not very attractive, in my opinion, though. But that doesn't matter. Like, I think some people like to buy cars to stand out, and maybe that's why Kia designed it like this, so it does stand out. But in terms of being, aesthetically pleasing, this is not.
Yeah, people bought the Sanyong Stavic, didn't they?
But they still... That's right, yeah.
Then this is not the hideous piece of shit that the Stavic is. Might be close in some people's eyes, but it's not that hideous.
Yeah.
I think there's also a class of person who takes some sort of perverse joy in inflicting it on the world.
Yeah.
Because it's quite nice in here.
Yeah.
And anybody who's confronted by it, you're not looking at it while you're in here driving.
Yeah, you're just saying to everyone sucked in, you've got to look at this.
You're inflicting it on ambient humanity, scaring the kiddies.
Yeah, exactly. Some people might like that. I guess maybe that's why Kia made it like this.
It could be a carefully taken. I don't think it is, but it could be that carefully taken decision.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, would you buy one? I'm always like, part of me is going, I've got this library of 1 billion cars that I've driven in my head now, as do you, and I'm always going, well, that's interesting, and this is interesting, and blah blah blah. But the key question is, would you buy one?
I do like the 4A mode. That's a big positive for me.
Because it's only Triton and Ranger V6 that have got that in the mainstream. I guess Amarok's got it as well.
Yeah, if you include like some of the GWM stuff that's already kind of four-wheel drive full-time anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a big plus for me. The design, the interior design and
size of the tray. If it's about carrying shit, the size of the tray matters.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing about this car. Like, I've got a previous generation MR Triton, and you've been up my driveway.
Yeah.
I've inflicted that on you. It's a hit workout,
Yeah.
And it's S-shaped and narrow, so it's a cock of a driveway. It's got a approach angle compromise when you enter the driveway and a departure angle compromise when you leave the driveway, right?
Yeah.
So my Triton gets up there, piece of piss all the time. Doesn't spin the wheels. The parking sensors beep at you as the foliage gets close, right? So that's no big deal.
Yeah.
I do the same thing in this car, which admittedly is wider, but it's got more clearance, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
First time I attempt to reverse into my own driveway, which I've done for freaking 10,000 times in all these different cars, it slams on the AEB.
Yeah, because it thinks you're going to crash.
It thinks, holy shit, you're going to crash into the world, right?
Yeah.
And it's done that about 4 or 5 times. And in that real wet week we had last week, it's spinning the wheels like crazy on the way up the driveway in the way that my unladen previous generation Triton does not.
Yeah, right.
But then I had this car back to back with a 2-litre Ranger Wild Track off-road.
Yeah.
And it's clearly superior. It's got more clearance out of the box.
Yeah.
And it's got absolutely brilliant traction control calibration for off-road driving.
Yeah.
So this is where we get to offend the shit out of all of those tools in Rangers.
Yeah.
You know, their Club Ranger is a particular tribe.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, this is fucking better than your Ranger Wild Track, out of the box.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
Like, it's got superior off-road performance.
I'm keen to test it up my little hill climb I've been doing. I mean, all that rain I think is going to change the conditions a bit to the last time.
But it's still a reasonably controlled test. That's one of the things I like about your channel, Driving Enthusiast. You should subscribe. Brett tells the truth about cars. It's a controlled test, even though the track does evolve over time, like all off-road tracks do.
Yeah, I like trying. It's the only way to consistently test a vehicle. You know, like you want it to be in the same conditions, the same scenario. And it's pretty challenging, the little hill. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how this goes, see how the drive system goes. I was just thinking, if you're going up your driveway, this does have the all-terrains. Maybe that's causing a little bit less traction, or you're saying it just starts spinning.
It spins and then catches up. You know how traction control systems are all predicated on wheel slip. You have to have slip before intervention takes place, right?
Yeah.
So it does that.
Yeah.
Whereas the Triton just
doesn't
spin the wheels.
Yeah.
You know, in the same. It's a back-to-back test.
Yeah.
And my driveway doesn't evolve. It's always shit.
Yeah.
Equally shit. Consistently calibrated piece of shit driveway.
Every day. Yeah.
And so I just find that curious, you know, like somebody back at Namyang, in relation in particular to the autonomous emergency brake application in that situation.
Yeah.
Some propeller head back at Namyang, whose only job it is to calibrate those systems, has decided that there is a threshold for AEB activation, and my driveway is in the danger zone beyond that threshold.
Yeah.
You know, so it activates. And I'm going, but it's an off-roader.
Yeah.
It's not likely to touch the body in that situation. So WTF exactly is the logic behind that.
Most of the modern ADAS systems I find are just getting way too sensitive anyway. Like I almost don't even criticize a car anymore because I'm just so sick of how sensitive they're becoming. And it's like, it's not even a part of the car. They don't even want it there themselves, probably. You know, that's just about the ANCAP and all the rules and ever tightening.
It's not there in response to consumer demand.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's true.
Nobody said make ADAS more intrusive.
Yeah.
Please, Kia, please. Not annoying enough. Make it worse.
Yeah.
They're just there, you know, in full-on, like every other car maker, they're in full-on ANCAP appeasement mode, and they don't really consider what the customer experience of that compliance is.
Yeah, they need to change their testing, I reckon, and actually see if it's providing safety, providing help. Because if it's not, then that's just a stupid tick box. You know, yep, it's got it, that's passed, that's 5 stars. That doesn't make sense to me.
Can you imagine flying a freaking Black Hawk helicopter in Afghanistan in the middle of the night, trying to deploy 10 soldiers to some critical bloody location for whatever reason?
Yeah.
With ADAS?
Yeah.
You'd be crashing like, it'd be telling you you're about to crash.
You're not paying attention.
Yeah. Eyes straight ahead. You were in some shitbox the other day, and
the Leap Motor C10. It was saying it's totally sitting normal in the car.
Yeah.
And it says, "Bing, driver has left the seat." Firstly, wrong. But secondly, what am I
you
going
double
to
check? You're still there.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do with that information, like that warning? What is that supposed to do?
Well, if you had,
am I supposed to stress out and like?
Dude,
I don't know.
if you actually had left the seat, you wouldn't be able to see the warning.
Yeah, so the passengers would have to come over and see it. Yeah, totally useless.
The crash investigation team would go, I see what the problem is now.
Yeah.
No driver. It's confirmed.
The driver bailed, and that's why the car crashed. Yeah.
Like, some of it's not too bad. Like, we've got the, driver stalking camera just here, but I've been talking to you
it hasn't actually gone off.
No, we've been going through Galston Gorge where you have to look beyond the A pillar plenty of times. You know, we'll look out this way to see where the road's going.
That's pretty good, actually. It hasn't gone off at all. Yeah.
So it is possible to do a better job
Yeah.
with ADAS generally, and I think they've done it pretty well
Yeah.
with the camera.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's definitely possible. Like, I was driving a Volvo the other day, and it has all of it, as you'd imagine.
I'm sorry to hear that. Driving a Volvo. What was second prize?
But the safety systems were so well tuned, and I'm glad that they were, because, you know, Volvo takes pride in safety, but they can get it right. So
Yeah.
others can too. Like, it's possible to fulfill ANCAP's requirements, but at the same time not be so annoying that you don't even want to drive it, you know?
Yeah, I think part of the problem with that generally is that they tune for ANCAP compliance in the domain of ADAS, and they don't think about the poor sap who's got to endure it.
Yeah.
Driving the freaking car. Whereas this camera tuning thingo, and the fact that there is an audible alert shut up button.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the next thing really for cars is, like, you know, when everyone customizes their phone.
Yeah.
We put the freaking apps where we want the apps.
Yeah, yeah.
And we want a particular wallpaper
Yep.
on the home screen of our phones. Blah, blah, freaking blah.
Yep.
Imagine how emphatically unacceptable it would be if your phone
Reset to
reset
default.
to factory default on startup every freaking time.
Exactly, yeah.
Gotta be kidding me. Like,
Well, I've always said, why don't they have a profile? You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get in, you just go bang, Brett or John.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It just goes to your profile. You
Yeah.
don't have to touch anything else.
that can be seat position, it can be all of this different shit, right?
It can even come up with a message saying you are now in 4-star ANCAP mode. You know, like, if that's the way they want to be about it,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be totally fine. But yep,
Well,
okay.
the reality of this car is, like, X Pro, this is X Pro, and I've also driven X Line, and they're both unrated, okay, by ANCAP. And that essentially means that, reading in between the lines, if we had tested it, it'd be 4-star,
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, you'd test it, wouldn't you? And say, yeah, fuck you, 5-star across the range.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's also that. That kind of means that for fleet buyers who just want poverty pack shit boxes, it's 5-star.
Yeah, right.
Therefore, you can have it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's really interesting, isn't it? The way they've done that.
and I think it's mainly the result of, when you look at the differences between those two X-type Tasmans and the Povo ones,
Yeah,
it's mainly the front bumper design. So
Yeah.
it's got to be vulnerable, get it right, road user protection.
yeah, pedestrian. Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
You know,
Huh.
so you get your fleet one, you bolt a bull bar onto the front.
Yeah, it's still 5 stars though. Yeah,
Yeah, it's rated at 5, but you've just made it 3 for or 2
yeah,
for vulnerable road users. But hey, we comply with the policy.
yeah, yeah,
It's got to be time for fleets to go, you know what, 4-star's good enough.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Like, a 4-star car today is definitely safer than a 5-star car 10 years ago, for example.
Yeah,
You know, like, it's.
when did the protocols get really hard? It was 2019 or 2020 or something.
I've got a 2018 model car, and I don't have any of this
Yeah.
shit on there. Like, I've got lane keep assist, but I turn it off and it stays off since we bought it. You know,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't turn back on. So something definitely happened around 2019.
This default position of everything active on startup
Yeah,
is fucked.
yeah,
It's utterly fucked.
yeah.
You know,
That's
that'd be-
exactly what you said about the phone. Like, imagine that, turning your
Oh,
phone, TV, or anything else on, and it just goes back to factory default.
yeah, you spent 3 hours organising your playlists and putting the apps where you want, and all of a sudden it's back to alphabetical, right?
Yeah,
Gotta be kidding.
it shits you. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I want to love this. I so want to love it because it's got the space. It feels like a freaking F truck, and in the context of what you pay for an F truck, or
Yeah.
you know, a Ram or a Silverado, I appreciate it doesn't have the performance, but it feels big and blokey. Like,
I reckon it's got more. The perception of space, at least, is definitely greater than the Ford Ranger. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels like when I'm sitting here, that corner over there is way over there, whereas in the Ranger, it kind of just feels like it curves down a bit closer.
yeah, it's got all of this space here.
Yeah.
Like, mega.
Yeah.
Like, mega. And I think you'd have to be careful, real careful, about some car parks.
Yeah.
You know, particularly if you stuck something on the roof, if you're one of those
Yeah.
serial masturbators who drives around with his Max Tracks on the roof just in
All the
case the
time.
Woolies car park gets super muddy.
Yeah, yeah. You do see that though. They just got them on there permanently.
Yeah.
They're totally clean as well.
Well, those Max tracks still have the mold release compound from the molds in the factory.
Yeah.
But they look butch, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd really want to ask a Kia dealer how much for this screen here. Like, you know, if you had a stripper in the car and the stiletto fractured the screen one day in an unfortunate
Which does
accident,
happen, you know. Yeah.
you know, boss's secretary, you never know, right? How much do you reckon? You remember when cars had individual gauges?
Yeah.
Right? This is the opposite of that. It's like far out, man.
It's going to be a bit. It's going to be a fair bit, yeah.
And the other problem with this is what happens in 8 years' time when we've got the next iteration of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and they're functionally different.
Yeah.
You know when we had Bluetooth and it was really new and exciting, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then we had Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then they introduced wireless. Like, I don't know what the next step for that technology evolution is.
Yeah.
But there will be one, and guaranteed this palaver will not be compatible with it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big upgrade. It's bigger than a head unit upgrade in a 2019 car for wireless.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I don't like screen takeover. Like I'd rather have. I mean, it does have some physical buttons down here for the temperature and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wish that sat nav makes sense. You need a screen for that, obviously.
Sure.
But the rest of it, yeah, you don't need to put everything in there. I mean, it is divided up. It's got little borders there, so it's. I've driven some cars that's all one, so if it fails, then you don't even know how fast you're going because it's all joined to the instrument cluster.
Yeah.
Whereas at least this, it does look like it is divided up. It's one panel, but it's
You
maybe
can
a
imagine
different
having
screen.
screen failure like out to buggery.
I had one the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chinese?
No, it wasn't actually.
Really?
It was a BMW. The whole screen, actually, it was separated like this.
Yeah.
It started flickering the external cameras for no reason while I'm driving on, and then it just shut down.
Goody
Reset.
gumdrops.
But I've had it before. I've had it on a number of cars where it just, I don't know if it gets too hot or if it's thinking too much. You're connected with Apple or Android, and they just reset themselves. But yeah, if they're one big panel and it resets itself while you're driving, that means you don't get speed information. So that's handy.
Yeah, that'd be good with a million school zones between you and home kind of thing.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't know about that stuff. Upgrading cars with this kind of technology approach, right?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a problem in the future, and the car industry is preposterously shit at implementing pathways to upgrading to newer technology on their existing cars.
Yeah.
They want you to buy the new car.
Yeah.
They don't want you to
Yeah,
be
it's
able
just
to...
throwaway now. They
Yeah.
don't care about that sort of stuff anymore.
But
I think customers are like that too. But
Well, you'd like to think this car will be on the road in 10 years, and the technology in 10 years will be freaking different than it is now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just still torn of it. You're not convincing me that
Yeah,
I
I don't know. I'm sort of the same. I do like the interior. I do like what they've done with the functionality, the 4A mode and all of that. I don't like the design. I don't like the powertrain.
You mean the styling? When you
The
say
styling,
the
yeah.
It's like you're in two different cars. When you stand outside and look at it, it's like it's a different car than the one you're sitting in now.
Yeah.
Because this is beautiful. There's no doubt about it. It's a beautiful interior design, you know, and if you could change the steering wheel around, I probably wouldn't bitch about it at all.
Yeah, totally. And I get the rugged sort of attitude. Like, it's a Jeep Gladiator. I actually don't mind that to drive. I don't know if I'd ever buy one.
Yeah,
but
I know that I would never buy. I wouldn't mind driving one for a couple of weeks.
They're fun. Like, they've got that sort of army tank, and this is kind of like that. It reminds me of that a
This
little bit.
does rock in profile. It rocks a bit of a Gladiator aesthetic, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that is fun. So it makes it more entertaining to drive, I reckon, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they just fix it up a little bit at the front, and those wheel arches. Someone made a point about those. Can you put in widened flares if you want to upgrade your tyres? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
'cause it's a plastic panel there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to just put a bolstered wheel arch there or pumped out wheel arch like you can in an old Hilux or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can paint them. That's what some people have done, I think. Colour code them.
Yeah, I actually think this car would be a pretty good base for an Expedition.
No, yeah.
You know, like if you wanted to do the big lap of Australia, or you wanted to bloody cross the Simpson Desert or something like that, it would actually not be a bad base to pimp for off-roading, because it's super comfortable to be in for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And so many of the fundamentals are right. Like, it's got the bitchin' wading depth and lots of clearance, and you know, you wouldn't have to even change the. You might want to for aesthetic reasons, go to 35s or something, but it's already rocking the AT tyres, and in terms of its ambient, out-of-the-box off-road ability, it's pretty good. Really good. You know, certainly better than the off-road driving ability of most of the people who buy vehicles like this.
Yeah.
So I'm still torn, dude, and you haven't done a great job selling it to me. I wanted you to say, no, get fucked. With square wheels, all right. It's just a trifling inconvenience. Just deal with it, you know.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with you about that. But I'll have to drive it. I want to see what it's like on the hill climb. I want to see what it does in terms of performance. I want to see, like, if this does 0 to 100 in 11 seconds or more, I'm turned off it. Not that I'm a performance kind of guy, but I think respectable acceleration is useful in everyday driving as well. You know, if you pull out of a side street and something suddenly appears, some guy that's speeding around a corner, you need to be able to get out of that situation, and the best way to do it is floor it, you know. And if it doesn't give you that urgency that some of these utes offer, then I think that's a bit of a downside, because this engine, on paper at least, doesn't look that good. You know, it's not a lot of power. It's not that much torque in comparison to my
take on that, right, is that the tuning of this powertrain does a fair bit to apologise for the deficiency in outright outputs, in particular the mid-range torque, which is quote-unquote only 440 newton meters, right?
Yeah.
So on paper, that looks a lot more shit than Ranger 2-litre bi-turbo.
Yeah.
Okay? But in reality, the tuning of that engine and transmission is poor, and it's always hunting around in 3 different gears.
Yeah.
And also the torque delivery, which is the same thing as the power at those revs, like the mid-range power of the Ranger, is quite narrow. That 500 that it delivers is really quite narrow.
Yeah.
So it's only 500 newton meters for a bee's dick of revs.
Yeah.
You know, whereas this seems to have, if you looked at the median torque production from, I don't know, 1700 to 3000.
Yeah.
In terms of whatever the median is there, or whatever the average is a better way of putting it, whatever the average torque production is across those revs, I think they'd be close. And then the better powertrain tuning maybe doesn't overcome the peak of 500, obviously doesn't overcome that peak, but it might do a fair bit to apologise for it.
Yeah, okay.
Sophisticated in the way that it does that, but they should have used the fucking straight 6 diesel that they put on ice.
Yeah, just that's a waste of an engine, as we said. But even just as you're bumping this up a little bit, just to compensate for the weight and make it competitive, because people will walk into a showroom and look at just facts.
Or just go online and look at facts and go 440 versus 500, get fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Know? So I think if they wanted to be competitive, they should have just hit that 500. I'm guessing this engine is pretty reliable. It's been around for a while. Usually engines that have been around for a while, they've had time to evolve, they fine-tune, tweak along the way.
Well, I'd rather own a Kia than a Ford. Jesus Christ. Like, owning a Ford is, at best, a roll of the dice. You know?
Yeah. If
you get one that's not a dog, then okay, you don't have to put up with the surprise and delight of the Ford customer care experience, right?
Yeah.
But if you get one that's a pig, Jesus, you get thrown under the bus. And I get the feeling, sincerely, that Kia is not as emphatically crap, not nearly as emphatically crap as Ford.
And you got 7-year warranty with this too.
Yeah. So there's that.
Actually longer. Yeah.
And you want to drive?
Oh, I can have a go if you like. Yeah, I haven't driven it yet. Some chickens on the road.
Yeah, well, I was gonna just pull off there, but probably didn't want to just nudge that police officer.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing, dude?
Just
It'd be our second police interaction of the day, which would be, you know, they were nice.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah. Had a chat, talking about the car.
Yeah. Go figure.
Yeah.
And being breath tested was virtually an afterthought.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we'll go through the motions.
You got let off on the speeding ticket as well, so it was good.
I broke my 33-year no speeding fine. I broke my 33-year no traffic infringement record.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
33 years, wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I had this big thing, submission prepared for the court, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't even look at it. The judge just said, you haven't been fined in 33 years. I'm letting you off. I went, okay, not here to argue the toss about that, Your Honour. So you would go to court every time. They're like, look at that, we went off-road, and that was that traction intervention
just
there.
cut in then.
Yeah. You've been to court a few times, haven't you?
I've been to court a fair few times, yeah.
Not for genocide.
Not that I'm proud of it. Oh, just in younger days, yeah.
Yeah.
Driving like an idiot.
There's a whole subset of society. They go to court every time.
Yeah.
Because they just know that the penalty will be lower.
Yeah.
Admit it early. Just say, yeah, I did it. Even if you've got a record as long as your frickin' arm.
Yeah.
There was a guy, last time I was there, I was supporting somebody who was representing herself, right? And this is so not related to the Tasman, so if you're still watching, I'm sorry. But there was a guy there, and he's had his mullet freshly done for court. He's wearing his best high-vis vest, right? And his best workout pants, right? I went, dude, first impressions count. You know, you're selling me who you are straight away. And the magistrate has your driving record, right? You know how they got your driving record when they call your matter up?
Yeah.
The magistrate looks at him and says, words to the effect of, dude, I can only print the first 7 pages of your driving record. So, longer than your fucking arm, dude. And he actually was pinged by the camera up here for driving through Galston Gorge in an over-length truck. Yeah, wow. Which is pretty hard to apologise for. I didn't know how long my fucking truck was.
Like, I can't understand trucks that get caught under bridges.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing they should... And they step in the cab.
Yeah.
That's one thing you'd have to know every single time.
Oh, I had no idea it was that tall. You know, like, come on. Anyway, he fronts up like this, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I did it." You know.
Yeah.
And his $2,500 fine or whatever it is went down to $750. I thought that's a pretty good day's work.
Yeah. Imagine if he was wearing, like, you know, respectable. Oh, I guess his haircut was respectable then, wasn't it?
He was the best version of himself on the day. I think that's the kindest way to put that.
Yeah.
I'm not in the business of kindness, as you're aware, but generally. But have a little steer of the Tasman, because this might, you know.
Yep.
Incidentally, tell me what you think about the stop-start button and the frickin' transmission selector being on the stalk for no good reason. Might not be able to get you out of it.
Yeah. Well, first thing, driving position is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like a truck, but it's not in a bad way. I mean, like in a...
You want it to feel like it is. It'd be bad to feel like a sports car, a little hairdresser's ride or something.
The steering wheel's not good.
No.
Why did they make it like that?
It's terrible. It's such a fundamental thing that you interact with when you drive.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't use that much.
Yeah. I can live without that. Which way should we go, down or up?
Thank God we've got these warnings. I'll look this way if you like, if you trust me. Clear on the left. Good camera too. Super clear, nice screen.
Surround view, I think, is absolutely important for a big, long vehicle like this. So it's good to see that.
It's good off-road too. Like, you can see exactly what you're about to crash into when you're totally committed and you can't back out and you've got no winch. You can say, yeah, this is a freaking disaster. I'm looking at it in Hollywood mode.
Yeah.
Great.
that Rocky's going to put a nice big gouge in the door, but I can see that it's happening.
Yeah.
So
yes, this is going to cost me $8,000 minimum. Just another fun day out off-roading, for its own sake, with Muzz and Trev.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel pretty good, actually. Like, it's, as you said, it's almost like an SUV in terms of the suspension, the way it steers, the powertrain even.
It feels big though, right? Like, it feels blokey.
Definitely feels sort of chunky, but it's natural, as you were saying. Like, it doesn't feel like I've got to get used to this if I've never driven a ute before. I don't think this is intimidating. Like, it's just you're aware that it's long and it's big. The visibility is excellent as well. Like, look at those massive windows.
Mate, shoehorning it into the Woolies car park could be interesting. Like, if you,
I think you'd have to overhang the rear. That's what you got to do with a lot of these utes. If you can't overhang the rear, then it's sticking out.
Yeah, you're in traffic, aren't you?
Yeah.
Half of your car's in traffic.
Yeah, no, it feels pretty good. Powertrain's nice and quiet.
Well, Kia does. I hope they don't stop doing it for budgetary reasons, which often happens with car makers. But that local suspension tuning they do with Yoda,
yeah,
they're really good at that.
Yeah,
Graham Gambold is a freaking Jedi of suspension tuning. You talk to him, he's talking binary, and he just overtakes you. You know, you just slow down a bit, Graham. Will you?
Yeah.
You know. I'm struggling to keep up, dude, kind of thing. But and a car like this is hard to tune because you're talking about 3.5 tons worth of tow capacity and 1,000 kilos worth of payload. Like, there's a big difference between unladen and doing that shit.
I think you're totally right. It is very difficult because the vehicle itself is heavy, but it's got to be heavy duty, so it has to be able to carry stuff in the back and tow a trailer.
And not feel shit at any of those times.
But then it's got to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Including when you're off-road and including or not towing, you know? Like, it's got so many different variables, and it needs to be really wide range to suit what you need.
And I'm pretty sure that back at Namyang, they don't get what we in Australia demand of utes.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that back at Namyang, a ute is like a farm truck.
Yeah. Which just carries stuff.
Yeah.
Down a dirt road or something. And that's about it. Yeah.
Carry your cabbages to the freaking kimchi factory for, fermentation.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kimchi is very good for you.
Is it like sauerkraut or something?
Kind of, yes. Yes, it's like sauerkraut infused with chili.
Korean sauerkraut.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know how you know it's good for you?
Yeah.
It tastes terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's a differential.
You can feel yourself getting healthier as you're eating it.
as you're sweating and having an allergic reaction to the overdose of the chili. Actually, I was in South Korea at one time and we were sitting down having kimchi, and the cameraman grabbed this big chunk, like a full dessert spoon full of kimchi, and swallowed it just as the minder was looking in disbelief that anyone would swallow that much kimchi in one crack. Right? And he survived after drinking about 5 litres of water.
Yeah.
Right? And then they proceeded to tell me that my uncultured Western palate wouldn't be able to fully appreciate the nuanced 1,000 different flavours of kimchi available in South Korea.
Yeah.
And I thought, no problem, I'm not even going to try. I'm surprised you haven't had kimchi delight.
Have
you been to South Korea?
I've been to South Korea once.
Yeah.
I may have, but if you're saying it's really, really spicy, I probably would have known. I do like spicy foods though, but I don't remember having one.
Not this one.
Not this one.
It's not the same as a cheeky vindaloo.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Like drinking petrol or something.
Well, I don't know. I've never tried. Although I have siphoned petrol occasionally in my youth. You know when you had to get the petrol siphon going?
Yeah.
Before you realised how fucking carcinogenic that is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I don't have any major concerns from my point of view anyway.
Well, you're not jamming on the brakes and jumping out and saying, well, you can take it from here. So.
Yeah, and that driver monitoring camera has not said anything. And for some reason it likes picking me up. Maybe because I've
Oh, you look
do something
you
with
look
my eyes,
shifty off the bat,
I just
dude.
look shifty.
Yeah. You're why we got pulled over earlier.
Probably.
Yeah. He might be that guy. We'll just engage him in conversation. See if he incriminates himself.
It could be, yeah. But it's not going off. But I'm talking to you. I'm sort of looking around a bit.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the powertrain? I know you haven't done a 0 to 400 meters in it, but it's pretty smooth.
It's smooth and it's quiet, which is not always the case in this class. You know, there's pretty rattly old things.
But it copes with those bigger bumps, like that one that you just.
Slow down a bit.
Not terrible.
It does have good low. You could feel that initial push, and then it runs out a little bit up above. But that's like most diesel utes, really.
Yep. Not much lag.
No, not much lag. Gearbox downshifted pretty quick.
25% more poke would be nice, though, wouldn't it?
Just
Really?
yeah, for me. I mean, some people probably wouldn't care about it, but
You are one of those sick bastards, that, aren't you? I mean,
I like a fast car.
I'm virtually president of the sick bastard fan club when it comes to that, so you're not alone. You just got to admit that you've got that problem, you know.
But I get it though. Like I get that not everyone wants to do, live their life quarter mile at a time.
Yeah. I know, but I don't. Do you understand them? Those
no,
people?
I don't.
It's not as if your channel targets those dudes.
Yeah.
No, not interested in performance.
No.
Couldn't care less about that. I just want something cheap to get me down to the shops.
Yeah, it's slow. Yeah.
Corolla.
Yeah. Yeah. Or better yet, just get an Uber.
Yeah, well, that's only once
Don't have
a
to worry
week.
about insurance.
Once a week down to the shops.
Don't have to get tyres or
Yeah.
no maintenance.
Yeah, the other guy can lose his license.
Yeah. You don't have to worry.
Yes, it frees up so much space in the driveway at home too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Create another room out of your garage. Perfect.
Yeah, for your murder kit.
Yeah, I wouldn't understand that lifestyle, but that's what you want.
Totally. Yeah, I don't get that. Like, it's very difficult for me to advise people who aren't into cars. Still, like, everyone needs a car, but half of the people who need a car at least just don't give a shit about cars.
Yeah, which I think is a bit. Sad is not the right word, but you're spending so much money.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard not to be. I don't know anyone that's bought a house who hasn't been enthusiastic about their house that they've bought.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of, a car is very expensive as well. It's not as much as a house, obviously, but
I'm not a fan of tech, like for its own sake.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of enthusiastic about watching TV, or I'm enthusiastic about my phone being able to do what I need it to do.
Yeah.
And not just hold me back all the time. So
yeah. So if you're buying a car, you're spending a lot more.
Yeah.
So you'd think that it'd be magnified a little bit and think, oh, well, I'm a bit interested in this. I want to know what I'm paying all this money for.
But it's hilarious to me that inside car companies, and this is not apropos of the Tasman either, so sorry once again, but inside car companies, they're increasingly full of people who don't give a shit about cars.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
Yeah.
There's the odd stylist who couldn't drive to save his life.
Yeah.
And there's a few people in product planning who are actually into cars.
Well, I reckon Leap Motor probably doesn't care about drivers at all.
Yeah, I thought you got that point across nicely. And you don't have to worry about going on any more Leap Motor launches now, do you?
Drive one of those every year now,
thank
maybe.
God. One less obligation. You actually do a pretty good job of occupying that grey area, that demilitarised zone in between telling the truth and being black banned.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that is a balancing act, dude.
Yeah. Well, I just try to tell the truth, and I think I don't like cars as much as maybe people think. I like driving more than I like cars.
Yeah.
And cars are just the tool that you have to use to drive, of course.
Sure. Driving's a fucking superpower. If you took this car back to the 12th century and showed it to, I don't know, King Arthur or whoever the fuck was alive then.
What the fuck is...
Yeah. You showed it to Alexander the Great, he'd say, I'm fucking having that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I need to get across the other side of the paddock, and I don't have to walk, I don't have to get on my horse.
Yeah, you can jam that horse up your ass. I'm taking the Tasman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have a I'm not people might say I'm biased, but I don't think I am, because I don't care. Like, if even my own car, if someone wants to say it's a shitbox, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So what? If it's, to me, it suits. It's as close as tolerable as it gets for
like
my criteria.
Like, I'm interested in cars, and I'm interested in the car industry and who's misbehaving, but driving nutcase first, everything else after that, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can be a driving. You have to be a driving nutcase to care about all of that other shit.
Yeah. Like, it comes hand in hand, kind of thing.
Yeah. And assessing the cars is mainly about how well they do their intended job.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, they're trying to make money, and I think some people forget that. They're not here to help you out.
No.
I mean, I know that sounds bad, but they're making money at the end of the day. They're not just totally there to provide you with a convenience.
Yeah, totally.
So you don't need to be, I don't know, as a customer, you don't need to be so lenient and just sympathetic towards them. If they don't do something right, then tell them, let them know. And
well, yeah, I mean, voting with your feet is kind of important.
Yeah.
I'd write to the fuckers and say I didn't buy the blah because.
Yeah.
You know?
Let them know.
Unsolicited, honest feedback like that.
Yep.
They actually pay megabucks to do focus groups.
Yeah.
And that's all about what can we make money out of.
Yeah.
What features do we need? What features do they hate?
They'll buy it if it's got this, so we'll put that on it.
Well, that's what the 3.5 ton towing capacity is all about.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with dudes going, I need to tow 3.5 ton, because towing 3.5 ton is fucking stupid in vehicles of this size. It just objectively is.
Yeah.
Towing more than 3 tons is objectively stupid in vehicles of this size. Probably 2.5 would be better, and that would be if you're decent at towing. So they're just in this arms race where the perception is that less than 3.5 tons is some sort of admission that it's an underdone shitbox for towing.
Yeah. But in the real world, no one wants to tow something that's 3.5 tons.
No.
Right on the limit, and you've got no payload left, you've got no GVM left, and you're by yourself.
Mate, if I ever seriously fantasize to you about towing 3.5 tons around Australia as I, trot off into the sunset in my dotage, just drop me off at Dr. Kevorkian's fucking head office. I want to be euthanized before that.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that is pleasant.
Yeah, it's a thing that you should have to do sort of once, and it's a necessity. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to get this piece of equipment from here to there. It's not a luxury. It's not a
15 minutes of towing a 3-ton caravan would be enough. That's the cure.
Yeah.
And after that, you'd be inoculated for life. You'd have herd immunity.
Yeah.
You fucking porter slum. You've got to be kidding.
Yeah.
So now that we're getting flamed in the comments by both Ranger owners and caravan owners, final thoughts on the Tasman, dude? And you're getting warned here. You were just doing 61 indicated in the 60 zone. Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah. But it's good that you can turn that off. So that
well,
is
at least audibly you can turn it off.
Yeah. First impressions, like, it's great interior. Good. I like the size, even though it is going to be too big for some people if they live in the city. I like the practicality, all this sort of stuff, dual wireless chargers and all that sort of thing. The door handles. It's
got actual USB-C. Toyota's not going to put that in Hilux for like 15 years. USB-C, we don't need that yet.
No, still got another 10 years of USB-A. I mean, we only just put in USB-A. Why?
Just put an Anderson plug in there, and they can run whatever they want.
12-volt socket does everything.
Yeah.
And the powertrain seems pretty good. I just like a little bit more power.
It's refined, right?
It's refined, it's smooth, it's quiet. It does change gears when you think it will, kind of thing.
It's not doing it for its own sake. It's doing it for a reason.
Yeah, like I push my foot just a little bit more. Yep, that'll drop it a gear and just give it that extra rev. So that's all good.
That was good. I think it was a big chunk of tree falling out just then.
The price isn't good, I don't think.
It's too high.
They've obviously got to try and...
Well, they're amortising the cost of R&D for an entirely new vehicle.
That's what you're paying for.
You know, if they'd gotten off their asses and done it 10 years earlier, I'm pretty sure it'd be $5,000 or $6,000 cheaper, and no one would be bitching about the price.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll do my full test, full drive, off-road bit, and see how it goes. But from what you're saying, it sounds like it's pretty well sorted.
It's pretty capable off-road. Well, don't let me put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for coming out and doing this. I appreciate you doing that, and I'll look forward to hearing your views on Driving Enthusiast. You should subscribe to You should subscribe to Brett's channel, Driving Enthusiast. He does a great job telling the truth about cars. Thanks for coming out, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.